Recent changes to the Fair Work Act mean that employers can no longer overlook complaints of workplace bullying. Both from a financial and a reputational perspective, these changes to the Fair Work Act send a very clear message to employers that workplace bullying will no longer be tolerated. The tragic examples of Brodie Panlock and Alec Meikle, both teenagers who took their own lives as a consequence of workplace bullying, show the tragedy of what can happen when workplace bullying goes unchecked. In the case of Brodie Panlock, she suffered psychological abuse at the hands of the owners of the cafe that she worked at in Melbourne. She was just 19 when she took her life. Alec Meikle was an apprentice at a New South Wales company who just days after his 17th birthday took his own life, following a series of incidents in his workplace that were termed as practical jokes. They included spraying him with accelerant whilst he was welding, causing burns to his arms, and also threats to sexually assault him if his work performance did not improve. Any employer receiving a complaint of workplace bullying needs to take meaningful action. Find out what happened and why they've received a complaint of bullying, but also need to consider what safety measures they may need to take and may need to put in place to protect either the complainant, the target, or any of their workers that may be exposed to workplace bullying. And just like any other work health and safety breach, any employee can make a complaint of workplace bullying. They don't need to be the target themselves. So employers need to help their employees identify what behaviour is workplace bullying and what is not, and also put in place reporting processes to facilitate employees making complaints. Any employer or company that wants to effectively reduce and remove workplace bullying needs to have an approach to three things. Firstly, you need to have a very strong anti-bullying policy. Secondly, you need to have effective training, both awareness training, but also on how your reporting processes are going to work. And thirdly, you need to take effective action when complaints are received. Now, what does effective action look like? Well, effective action when you receive a complaint means, firstly, that you have to take the complaint seriously. Secondly, that you have to investigate the complaint without bias. And thirdly, you need to take consistent action as a consequence of any findings of a report of investigation that you have conducted. Being consistent in that approach is critical. A recent case in the Fair Work Commission regarding Choice Homes overruled a dismissal on the basis that that employee had been unfairly dismissed because the discipline process had only been applied to him and not to any of the other senior managers who had also been involved in inappropriate conduct. So only when we get these three elements together are we going to see an effective reduction in workplace bullying. So we need to have strong policies, effective training, and consistent action in the workplace.